In the top stories, Taijang City adds St. Kitts and Nevis authors to library database. Amalgamated Workers Union in Trinidad and Tobago accepts 5% salary increase and COLA adjustment. And Israeli strike kills 23 in Gaza as truce talks progress. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025. I'm your presenter, Shanique Harvey. Nationally, residents of Taijang will soon have access to books by Kittitian and Nevisian authors thanks to a donation from the Embassy of St. Kitts and Nevis in Taiwan. At a ceremony on April 23, 2025, World Book and Copyright Day, Ambassador Donya L. Francis handed over 6 books to Deputy Mayor Huang Kuo-jung. The books, which explore the culture and stories of St. Kitts and Nevis, include titles by Carol Otley Mitchell, Carissa Kelly, Kaiman Archibald Lake, Vanessa Webb, and contributors to Global Wings, including Ambassador Francis. The donated books will be available in a new library in Taijang and through an online system for wider access. Kittitian students Howard Liebert and Jamali Riley, both studying at Ming Chuang University, performed the traditional masquerade dance at the event. This marks the 5th donation in the embassy's SKN Love outreach program, following previous donations in Taipei, Kaohsiung, New Taipei, and Yunlin. Several authors are set to present unique and inspiring perspectives on a number of topical issues when the Clarence Fitzroy Brand College, or CFBC, hosts its 5th edition of Authors Forum in celebration of books on Wednesday, 23rd April 2025 at 5 p.m. in the Poinciana Conference Room at the college's main campus on Burden Street, Basse-Terre. The literary event is being held in commemoration of World Book and Copyright Day, celebrated worldwide on 23rd April. The event will feature a dynamic group of authors, including Jehan Williams-Knight, Mirjam Schmalz, Denise E. Caesar, and Dr. Ricardo Neal. Building on her extensive experience, Ms. Jehan Williams-Knight, an author, attorney, and social advocate for St. Kitts and Nevis, has dedicated the past 2 decades to empowering young people and women through creative arts and civic engagement. She currently serves as the Registrar of the Intellectual Property Office, where she crafts policies on copyright, patents, innovation, and trademark protection. After losing her son at 26 weeks of pregnancy, she turned to writing for emotional healing and launched her self-publishing book, Lifting the Weight of Miscarriage, on what would have been his first birthday. The book offers insights to help others navigate pregnancy loss with compassion and healing. The Early Childhood Development Unit, or ECDU, successfully concluded Phase 3 of its Autism and Developmental Delays project on Wednesday, April 9th, under the theme, Our Children, Our Priority, Fostering Equitable Quality Education. The initiative, supported by UNICEF, aims to strengthen the capacity of educators to better support children with autism and developmental delays. Through training and targeted interventions, the project equips teachers with essential skills to promote inclusive, high-quality early education. The recently completed phase marks a continued effort by the ECDU to ensure that every child has the opportunity to thrive in a supportive learning environment. We move now to news on the regional scene. The Amalgamated Workers Union in Trinidad and Tobago has accepted the Chief Personnel Officer, or CPO's, offer of a 5% salary increase from the 2020 to 2022 bargaining period. According to a statement from the Office of the CPO, the agreement also includes the consolidation of the Cost of Living Allowance, or COLA, effective October 1st, 2023, along with additional market-based salary adjustments. CPO Dr. Daryl Dindale commended Michael Prentice, president of the Amalgamated Workers Union and the executive for what he described as their measured leadership and responsible decision-making on behalf of their membership. He noted that their willingness to engage constructively resulted in the acceptance of the offer. The CPO extended his gratitude to the city corporation workers for their unwavering dedication to duty. He acknowledged that these workers are often on the front lines of service, ensuring clean streets, functional public spaces, and essential sanitation across communities. He further stated that their work, though often done behind the scenes, is fundamental to the daily comfort, health, and safety of citizens. The government of Jamaica, through the Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information, is testing artificial intelligence or AI tools in schools to assist teachers with marking and administrative tasks. Portfolio Minister Senator Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon said, quote, "We have AI technology that we're testing in schools now to have AI mark the papers so that the teachers can spend more time doing what is really important, which is interacting with our students," end quote. She was addressing Day 1, April 22nd of the Jamaica Teachers Association or JTA Education Conference 2025 being held at Ocean Coral Spring in Trelawney. Dr. Morris-Dixon said there are also plans to launch the Jamaica Learning Assistant, which is an AI-powered tool designed to personalize learning according to students' individual styles, whether they prefer stories, humor, quizzes, or dialogue. She noted that the technology is not a replacement for teachers, but rather a support tool that enhances their ability to deliver lessons more effectively. Internationally, an Israeli airstrike on a Gaza school shelter killed 23 people overnight as Egypt and Qatar push a ceasefire proposal calling for a 5 to 7 year truce, Israeli withdrawal, and hostage prisoner exchanges. Hamas, open to the deal with international guarantees, sent a delegation to Cairo. Israel has not commented on the strike but says it targets militants. France, Germany, and the UK condemned Israel's Gaza bloc, calling it intolerable. Aid groups report severe hunger across the territory. The war began on October 7, 2023, when Hamas killed 1,200 in Israel and took 251 hostages. Gaza's health ministry says over 51,000 Palestinians have been killed in Israel's response. And finally, in international news, Anjan Roy, a Bangladeshi graduate student at Missouri State University, briefly faced deportation after his student visa was unexpectedly terminated in a federal crackdown affecting over 1,100 international students. Roy, who began his studies in 2024, went into hiding after receiving the termination notice. A judge has now temporarily restored his legal status, with a hearing set for Thursday to decide if it will continue. The government says the crackdown targets threats to national interests, but Roy and others say they've done nothing wrong. His attorney argues the terminations are unlawful and intended to pressure students to leave the U.S. Roy hopes to stay and finish his degree, but remains anxious as his future in the U.S. is uncertain. And now for the weather. Present weather is fair skies. Winds are east-northeast to east-southeast, 6 to 16 miles per hour. The temperature for today is 28 degrees Celsius or 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Seas are 1 to 1.5 meters or 3 to 5 feet. The weather forecast for today predicts mostly sunny skies. Tonight will be partly cloudy to cloudy with a 70% or a high chance of showers. Sunset for today will be at 6:29 p.m. and sunrise for tomorrow will be at 5:49 a.m. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your presenter, Shanique Harvey.